Thong, wait! Thong called for him, his heart dropping. Come back! But the child was gone. The sound of hurrying footsteps fading. Thong felt a sharp pain in his own chest, vision blurred as he took shaky breath. He buried his face in his hand, his fingers digging into his temple. What did I do? A soft voice echoes in the room, and Thong didn't have to look up to know. Jungkook was there. Jungkook was watching, ate his entire form trembling with the silence, invisible sorrow. I can't take this anymore, Thong whispered, his voice broken. He doesn't understand Jungkook. I don't know how to make him understand. Jungkook kneeled in front of him, his fingers grabbing near Thong's to comfort him. He is just a child. He is trying to make sense of everything. Even adults can't understand the problem isn't him. The problem is the situation. You should have handled it with softness, baby. Thong let out a bitter laugh, his fingers gripping his hair. He is going to hate me. He already does. Now what, Cook? What should I do? How to make him understand, Cook? Jungkook had clenched at the pain in Thong's voice. He knew this was going to happen. He has thought about it since the day their son lost the ability to see him, and there was nothing he could do, nothing. A father who couldn't hold his son, and now his family was crumbling before his eyes. Jungkook, baby, listen to me. He cupid Thong's face, making him look into his eyes. He is just a kid. Give him some time, he will understand what you are saying. Wait a bit. He cannot be angry at you for a long time. He loves you a lot, and you knows that's a fair. Thong didn't waste a minute to hug Jungkook. Why? Why this happening? This shouldn't have happened, Cook. He should understand you are here with us. So, do not do that thing ever again. It hurts, Cook. It hurts. Jungkook hugged him tightly, letting him cry in his embrace. Don't worry, our baby is understanding and a good boy. Just like you, he will understand it soon. Jiu sat on the soft grass, his small legs curled up to his chest as he stared at the still water of the lake. His heated chest heavy with silent sobs, his tiny finger gripping the hem of his shirt tightly. His mother had never scolded him before, never. But today, Thong had slapped him. Jiu sniffed, rubbing his stinging cheek. His heart hurt more than the slap. Wasn't fear. He had only spoken the truth. Jiu, Appa is dead, he whispered, his voice breaking. But Oma won't admit it. He won't even let me talk about it. He curled into himself, his tears falling into the grass. He didn't understand. Even at school, said if you couldn't see someone, if they were gone forever, then they were dead. And Jihu had never seen his father, not even once. Not like the other kids who ran into their father's arms, who got carried by their shoulder, who played catch in the park. Jihu had no memories like that, just a picture on the table, just whispers in the night, just his mother's sad, longing eyes. Then why was Thong so angry at him for saying the truth? It's not fair. I just want to know, who is he? A cold breeze brushing against his skin. For a moment, Jihu saw. He faced something, someone, I him. But when he turned it inside, there was no one there. Just the empty garden, just the sound of the lake, and his own quiet sobs. Feeling the lonely air, Jihu felt the grass shifting beside him as his grandparents settled down next to him. His grandmother gently placed a warm hand on his small back, rubbing soothing circle as his grandfather sighed, looking out of the lake. Grandpa, Jihu, do you know how much your father loved your mother? Jihu sniffed, wiping his nose on his sleeves. Before shaking his head, his grandfather smiled softly. Your father, Jacob, was the most living person. He fell in love with your mother, Tom. When they were at college, their love was something special, something that even time couldn't break. Jiu looked at them with the wide eyes, pure filled eyes. Really? His grandmother nodded. They loved each other so much, Jiu. Even now, your mother still loves your father more than anything in this world. That's why it hurts him when someone says Jungkook is gone. To Theong, your father is still here, in every corner of this house, in every moment of his heart. That's why he gets angry when someone says Jungkook is no more. Chio's lips tremble. He glances down at his hands, gripping the hem of his shirt tightly. So, should never say that in front of Oma? His grandfather placed a gentle hand on his head, ruffling his hair. Never, Chiu. Your mother loves Jungkook so much that even hearing those words hurt him deeply. If you love your mother, you will understand why he doesn't want to accept it. Chiu nodded slowly, taking in their words, but a question still lingered in his little heart. He hesitated before asking, his voice shaking purely above a whisper. Chiu, Harmony Haramoji, is my father still alive? His grandparents exchanged a long, heavy glances, his grandmother's eyes glistening, while his grandfather sighed deeply before finally shaking his head. Grandpa, no, Jiho, your father is not alive. Jiho's tiny hand curled into fist, his chest tightening. Fresh tears spilled from his eyes. His body trembled with the weight of the truth, and he cried. Loud, heartbreaking sobs that made his grandmother pull him into her arms. He cried for his father he never got to meet. He cried for the truth he had always suspected but never wanted to hear. He cried for his mother who loved someone so much that he refused to let go. To his sobs, he made a silent promise to himself. Gio, if Oma loves Appa this much, then I will do everything to make him happy. He wiped his tears, sniffing, as he hugged his grandmother tightly. He wouldn't ask again. He wouldn't make his mother sad. From now on, he would protect his mother, love, no matter what. Jiu hesitated outside the door, his small hands picketing with the hem of his shirt. He took a deep breath before stepping inside, his eyes immediately finding his mother seated on the couch, his head buried in his hand. Jiu, Oma. Jiu called. Tong lifted his head, his eyes red and puffy from crying. The moment he saw his son, a pang of guilt hit him hard. He had never raised his hand on Jihu before, and the sight of the faint red mark on his cheek made his heart ashamed. Jihu stepped closer, his little hand clutching his sleeves. Oma, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you sad. His voice trembled. I won't even say that again. I just miss Appa. He sadly pouted, really missing his father. Tears welled up in Tong's eyes. He pulled Shihu in his arms, hugging him tightly. No, baby, I shouldn't be the one saying sorry. I shouldn't have gotten mad at you. He placed a kiss on Shihu's forehead, stroking his hair gently. I love you so much. I never wanted you to think that your Appa isn't here with us. Shihu sniffed into Tong's chest, gripping his mother's shirt. I understand now, Ma. I won't say it again. I will always make you happy. And I'm sorry, Oma. Thong let out a sob, choking through his tears. You already make me the happiest, my baby. You just exist, and it makes me happy. Jungkook, who has been sitting beside Thong, whispered in his ear. He himself has tears in his eyes. Told you, he loves you a lot. He cannot stay mad at you for longer. Now see, he is here. Thong sobbed, smiling at Jungkook, who hugged him from back. Jiu pulled away slightly, wiping his tears with his sleeves before giving a small, teary smile. Can we play together? Thong smiled warmly, nodding as he wiped away his own tears. Of course. The two of them spent the next hour playing together, laughing, filling the room. Jiu giggled as Thong chased him around the house, tickling him until he was breathless from laughter. They built tower with the toy blocks, played hide and seek, and even danced on Jiu's favorite song. At one point, they both collapsed on the floor, exhausted, their sheets flushed from all the running around. Thong turned to Jiu, brushing his hair back fondly. Thong, Jiu, no matter what happens, remember that your Appa and I loves you so much, okay? Jiu nodded eagerly. I know, Ma, I love you too, and Appa, I love him a lot. Thong pulled him into another hug, this time holding him close for a long time. Both of them cried a little, out of sadness, but out of love. In that moment, surrounded by warmth, Jiwoo truly felt that even if he couldn't see his father anymore, his presence was still there, watching over them, protecting them, and loving them in his own silent way. Many years passed, and Jiwoo is now 12 years old. He was studying in school, and during recess, he had sat alone in the desk, staring at the picture on the phone. It was a photo of his parents, his mother and father together, looking perfectly happy. His fingers gently traced over the father's face, his heart itching with longing. Dad is so handsome. Wish you could be here with us. Mom, you and me would have made a perfect family. I wish you were alive, Papa. I wish you could fill our life with happiness, complete our family. A tear rolled down his cheek as he clutches the phone tightly. He tried to hold back his tears, but the sadness was there. Just then, a soft voice interrupted his thoughts. Jiwoo, are you missing your dad? Jiwoo's eyes snapped up in surprise. A girl from his class had quietly sat beside him, her curious and gentle eyes looking at him with concern. He quickly wiped his tears, feeling embarrassed. The girl smiled reassuringly. Girl, don't worry. I am not going to make fun of you like others. Jiwoo looked at her, his eyes still glossy from tears. You are not. She shook her head firmly. My father always tells me to make others happy, not to make them sad. Jiwoo felt a strange warmth in his heart, and there was something about her felt comforting, like that she truly understood him. After a moment of hesitation, he finally spoke. Yes, I miss my dad. I wish he could come out of this picture and be with us. A tear rolled down his cheek as he clutches the picture to his chest. The girl's small hand reached out, gently wiping the tear off Jiwoo's cheek. I understand, she says softly. I miss my mom too. She is not with us anymore. Jiwoo's eyes widened slightly. You miss your mom too? She nodded, her eyes glistening. My father misses her a lot too. Sometimes I see him looking at our picture, just like you do now. Where is your mom, Sunji? Sunji, where your dad is? Jiwoo understood that didn't ask further. For a moment they both sat in silence, sharing a quiet pain of missing someone they loved. Then, without thinking, Jiwoo reached down and wiped her tears just as she had done for him. Jiwoo, we will be okay, he said, pressing her a genuine smile. Our parents might not be here with us by the way we want them to be, but they are still with us in our heart. The girl nodded, smiling back. Yes, and we can make them proud by being happy, right? By being doing something in our life. Jiwoo nodded firmly, his heart feeling a little lighter now as he talked to Sunji about his pain. Right, Sunji, I can see the picture. Jiwoo nodded, showing her the picture of his father and mother together when they were happy. He also showed her Tyung's current picture. Wait a minute, I have seen him somewhere. Jiwoo nodded. You must have seen him in with me or something. Sunji, no, it's not like that. I remember my father. Yeah, my father always watched Tyung uncle videos. Jiwoo was confused. Videos? But how so? And what videos? Sunji looked at him with questionable look. Don't you know your mother Kim Tyung used to be a supermodel and an actor? Jiwoo gasped. What are you saying? Sunji, yeah, I'm not lying. I have watched him runway videos, dramas, and also fan meet with my dad. My dad was a fan of your mother. He wanted to cast your mother in new drama, but he couldn't find Tyung uncle. But he still watched videos and photos to get inspiration to find someone who looks act like your mother. Jiwoo, what? My mom was a supermodel and an actor? How come I don't know about this? Sunji, Jiwoo, calm down first. Maybe your mother doesn't want that life anymore. I will tell my father about Tyung uncle. He will be happy. He always said he regretted not finding him. Jiwoo hesitated for a moment and nodded. Okay, but do you really think your father can find a way to bring back my mom back into the industry? because I don't think he wants to go back to that life he once maybe have. She nodded eagerly. Of course, my father owns a production company. If the young uncle agrees, he can star in a drama production by my dad. Imagine how everyone will when they see the young uncle back on screen after all these years. People still talk about his past dramas and how stunning he was. His comeback will shock everyone. Chihu thought about it. His mother had left that life behind, but maybe this was a chance to bring some happiness back into his life. Maybe it was time to the world to see Thong, the supermodel again. Chihu, that sounds like a great idea. Let's do it. Mom has to agree with this. If he was a supermodel and actor, I need to see his dramas and runway. I want to give my mom his fame back and I will make sure of it. Sunji smiled, slapping his arm lightly. You sounds like a mature boy, Jiho. Jiho wiggles his eyebrow, teasing her. I'm mature. Do you have any doubt? Sunji. Oh, no. I don't judge you by how determined you are for bringing your mom back to the limelight. Tells me everything. Jiho. Thank you for telling me, Sunji. But do you know the reason why all this happened and why my mom left the industry? Sunji. Well, that's something I never asked my dad because the thought never crossed my mind. Jigu, but I need to know what happened, why my mom left. Jigu's friend reached her home. She lived there with her grandmother and grandfather because in Seoul her father was always busy with work. He had told her that growing up in village or give her a real childhood full of love and care rather than being surrounded by the cold city life. Her grandparents adored her, always making sure she was happy and well taken care. However, her father often visited whenever he had free time. This time, he had a special reason to be in the village. He was going to shoot a drama here. Excited, she rushed inside and found her grandmother in the kitchen, preparing dinner. Grandma, where is Dad? She asked eagerly. Grandma, he is in study, dear. Her grandmother said with a smile. Without wasting a second, she ran toward the study, her heart pounding with excitement. Pushing the door open, she found her father sitting on the desk, going through some papers. Dad, I found Thong uncle. Her father, who had been searching for Thong for years, immediately looked up in shock. What did you say? He asked with disbelief. Sunji, I found Thong uncle, Dad. He is living right here in the village. My friend Jiu, he is Thong uncle's son. Her father's eyes widened in surprise. Thong has a son? How come no one knows about it? He leaned back in the chair, processing the information. After all this year, no one could find him. And now he has been here all these years. And we couldn't even find him? Oh my god, I can't believe he was here and I couldn't find him. She nodded eagerly. Yes, I saw their family picture. The young uncle looks just like he did before, but happier. Jius misses his father a lot, though he wishes he could bring his father back. Her father frowned. His father isn't with them. Sunji, no dad. Jiu's father left as my mother did that. Her father sighed, a small smile forming on his lips. I can't believe it. This is unbelievable. Thong was one of the best model and actor in the industry. He disappeared because of those rumors. I always wondered why people hyped the rumors, and now I finally have a chance to meet him again. His daughter, Kani. What rumors, Dad? Her father. Him being haunted or mentally unstable? Is he really? Sunji's father. Did your friend ever mention it, Dad? Sunji. No, but he mentioned his father is no more. Sunji's father. Oh, then it says also a lot of things, Sunji. Anyway, Dad, I told you about your drama. What if Thong star in it? Imagine how shocked everyone will be. And you mentioned it. You wanted to cast him in your drama? Her father shook her, shaking his head. That would indeed be shaken the industry. But before anything, I need to see Thong. I need to hear his side of the story. He stood up. Tomorrow, take me to meet Jio's mother. Chiu went home. He walked up to his mother and asked her, "Mom, can I use your phone for a bit?" Taeyong, who was busy preparing dinner, shook his head. "Where is your phone, Chiu?" Chiu, "It's running out of charging. Can I take your for some time, please?" Taeyong, "No, Chiu. Good boys don't spend too much time on phone. They are not good for your eyes." Chiu pouted but didn't argue. Instead, he quickly slipped away and went to his grandfather, who was sitting on the porch, sipping tea. Chiu, "Grandpa, can I use your phone for a little while?" Chiu asked sweetly. His grandfather handed him the phone. "Just don't watch too long, okay?" Chiu, "Okay, Grandpa, thank you." Chiu laughed before running to his room. Once inside, he sat on the bed and eagerly searched for supermodel and actor Kim Dong. The result flooded in his screen. Videos, interviews, red carpet appearance, and fan meeting. Chiu's eyes widened with amazement. He clicked on the video of his mother walking the runway in a stunning outfit, cameras flashing as fans screamed his name. Another video showed him in a drama scene, his deep voice delivering powerful lines that sent chills down Shio's spine. There were also interviews where Taeyong spoke about his dream, his passion for acting, and how much he loved performing. Chiu felt so proud. His mother was incredible, so talented, so admired by the world. But then a question started forming in his mind. If mom was so successful and loved by so many people, why did he leave the industry? Why did he decide to live in a quiet village instead of country his career? Chiu didn't mind living in the village. In fact, he loved it here. But he still wanted to know the reason. What had made his mother walk away from all of that? His small figure hovered over the search bar again, hesitating. Should he ask his mother directly? Or should he try to find out on his own? But he did. He searched. Chiu's fingers trembled as he scrolled through the article, his heart beat pounding in his ears as he clicked on the news video. The screen showed old footage of his mother, Taeyong, inside brightly lit dressing room. At first, everything seemed normal. Taeyong was fixing his hair, adjusting his outfit, and smiling at the mirror. Then, things turned scary. Taeyong suddenly turned to his side, his lips moving, as if he were talking to someone. But there was no wonder. Another clip played. This time, Taeyong was laughing, his eyes sparkling with happiness, his body slightly leaning forward, as if reaching to a joke. But again, this was completely alone. A third clip showed him sitting on the couch, nodding at something, his hand resting mid-air as if someone was holding it. Chiu's breath issued. What is that? The screen showed news reporters standing outside the grand fashion event. Kim Dong, once one of the most beloved supermodel, is now facing severe backlash after multiple leaked videos shows him interacting with something or someone completely invisible. Rumors are spreading like wildfire. Some says he is haunted. Other believes he is mentally unstable, talking to deceased lovers, spirit. His sponsors have pulled back, his contract have been cancelled, and even his closest colleagues have distanced themselves. The industry is calling him the cursed model. The word hit Chiu like a punch. Hunted, cursed, they are calling mom crazy, but because he can see dad, his grip on the phone tightened as more clips appeared footage of the angry netizens forming fans, burning the posters of Taeyong. Hateful comments flashing on the screen. I used to be a fan, but this is just scary. I can't support it anymore. He is insane. He should get help instead of pretending his state level is still with him. What if he really is cursed? What if something unnatural is happening? After losing everything, Taeyong disappeared. No one knows where he is, and perhaps no one ever will. Chiu finally understood. His mother didn't just leave the industry, he was forced out because he could still see his father. Chiu rushed home, his mind sipping with everything he had just discovered. He couldn't hold it anymore. As soon as he saw his mother standing in the kitchen cutting vegetable, he asked, "Mom, can you see Dad?" Taeyong froze, the knife in his hand still at mid-air. He forcing a smile, nervous smile. What kind of question is this, Jiwoo? Of course you're there. Jiwoo, I mean right now. Jiwoo interrupted. Can you see him right now, near us? Thyoung's throat went dry, his finger gripping the counter as he tried to think of the way avoid the question. Jiwoo, let's not talk about this. Go wash your hand. It's almost time for dinner. Jiwoo, Mom. Jiwoo's voice was firm. Is Dad here or not? Thyoung pressed his lips together, his hands slightly trembling as he lowered the knife. He had been hiding this for years now, shading Jiwoo from the truth, from the judgment of the world. But now his son had figured it out on his own. Jiwoo, Mom, I know he is here. I know, so please, you better tell the truth. There was no point in denying it anymore. With a deep breath, Thyoung finally admitted, Yes, he is here. Jiwoo's eyes widened, his heart pounding in his chest. Feared, Thyoung exhaled softly and lifted his head slightly. He is right here, in the kitchen. He was sucking me from behind before you walked in, and now he is shocked, watching us, now shaking his head to do not tell you the truth. Jiwoo, that means they weren't saying the wrong. Thyoung, I don't care who thinks what about me. I just know your father and I love each other so much that we can't accept to leave each other behind. Jiwoo didn't say anything for a long moment. He simply looked at his mother, then glanced around the kitchen as if trying to see what his mother could say. And then Jiwoo smiled, a small knowing smile. I knew it, he whispered, more to himself than anyone else. Without another word, Jiwoo turned around and walked away, leaving Thyoung standing there, his heart pounding, his soul aching. Even though Jiwoo couldn't see Jungkook, he now understood his father had never left them.